Hi friends, I'm JJ here at Budget by JJ. I'm a millennial cash stuffer based out of New York City, and I'm on the road of becoming debt-free this year. Before we get started, please go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help out against that vicious algorithm. And subscribe if you haven't already, it's free. I hope you all have been having a wonderful June so far. It's been crazy. You know, if you're a person that does not like to look at the news or tune things out, that's totally understandable, but there is something happening in this country. Despite the craziness coming out of Washington, D.C., people are staying together, and I'm here for it. And the reason I keep bringing stuff up like that is because at the end of the day, whatever gets passed into law affects our budget. Like, are you going to be paying more taxes? Or are your essentials going up in price? All of it is tied. So I hope whatever you have planned, they come to fruition for you. I really appreciate y'all being here, so let's go ahead and get into this cash stuffing. Okay, we are cash stuffing for the second pay period of June, and I'm having a little difficulty because there's like an extra week floating around for me when it comes to these pay periods, so these videos are not as succinct as I would like. So thank you so much for all your patience for these videos coming out when they are. I was trying to stay on a schedule, but it just doesn't seem to be working out. So starting with the hundreds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all brand new. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100s. Make that 11. This darn 100 was hiding. Now we have the 50s. We have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300. We're gonna get this, y'all. My OCD is kicking in. I was like, that 100 being out of step just kind of threw me. Now we have the 20s. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, $180 in 20s. Now we have the 10s. We have 1, 2, $30 in 10s. Then we have the 5s. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, $25 in 5s. And finally, we have the 1s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 in 1s. So today we're cash stuffing $1,647. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start cash stuffing. This is the budget for this pay period. We're gonna start with the rent, and that's $457. So that's 100, 200, 300, 400. We have a 50. We have a 5, 6, and 7. So in total for rent so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 850, 900, 5, 6, 7. $907. I'm missing $10, but I know where it went. I gave my partner cash so they can do laundry. So I'll have to get that $10 back. And if not, it's going to come from somewhere else, so it's not a big deal. Y'all, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to 4th of July because this year they are shooting off the fireworks off the Brooklyn Bridge. So it's a lot more convenient to where I am. I don't have to go all the way up to Queens for Long Island City, or I have to go on the other side to the Hudson. It's been jumping around over the years, but this year it bounced back to Brooklyn. So I'm really excited for that. Plus it's on a Friday, so it's sure to be a good time. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the utilities. For the electric, I have $29. So I have 20, a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have the internet, and that's going to be $50. My monthly internet bill has been averaging about $100 per month. And then next, we're going to go ahead and stuff for Cloaked. Now, for those of you who don't know, hashtag not sponsored, Cloaked is an app that helps you find your information that is being out there held by these data brokers without your consent, by the way. Or you probably thought you weren't giving your consent, but if you clicked like the I agree to all terms, then your information has probably been sold to these different data centers that have your information. So what Cloaked does helps you find that information and allows you to remove it either manually, or they will go ahead and do it themselves, of course, which takes a little longer, but great. I love having it. It has me have peace of mind that my information is not all the way out there for whoever to just get. So if you've been getting texts or calls from a scam likely, that's usually means, your information has been leaked. And there's been so many companies that have things leaked, like even Hot Topic. There's a plethora of companies that have cyber attacks. So protect yourself. I enjoy them. So if you're interested, I do have a link down below where you can go ahead and get started. And it's only $10 a month. So I, have no complaints. So $10 for that. So in total for the electric, I have 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 56, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58 for my half of the electric. I now have my 100 for the internet. And then I found these $4 and I'm like, why do I have $4 extra here? And I think this was the $4 I was looking for. I mean, okay, when the math's not mathing and you have random money flying around, just like, huh? So again, I cannot attest to where this came from. I do know that I was a little short when I was doing my count last pay period, so maybe this is where I accidentally overstuffed. But either way, here's $4, and I think I'm gonna take this $4 and put it to the rent and then just account for $6 later. So I'll have to annotate that all after this video. Because if you notice, I don't do any cash condensing on this channel as of yet. I really just don't have the extra cash thing around or the big enough budget to do that. When I'm budgeting, everything comes out like almost precise. Almost, obviously, because we are human and we do make mistakes. And because everything is accounted for, there's like no surprises. And I do a lot of large numbers, large bills, because it really just goes back into the account. I know people are like, why don't you just automate that? But I like having it and have something to present, as well as physically making that transition, like this is going here. It really has helped me. We are in June now. I've been cash stuffing consistently for half a year now, or almost half a year. And I just don't want to get away from this because, I have an inkling to go ahead and use credit cards and like just completely blow my budget. So this is really what it's been like for the whole year so far. And I appreciate y'all, having patience with that, because I know it's not the most exciting content, right? I'm not doing the condensings. I'm not doing major saving challenges. I mean, specifically, it really is just to get this debt paid down, and then I can probably get to all that fun stuff in the future. But until I am debt free, this is kind of where I'm at. There are loads of creators out there that are having all those wonderful saving challenges and this and that you can go ahead and scratch that itch for you. And we're grateful for them, right? But for now, this is where I am. And the budget is always evolving. It's always changing. There's always something new to account for. So until I get my financial house in order, this is the tone we're going to have for a while. So I do appreciate you being here. Now we're going to move into the personal. So for the personal, I allotted myself a little bit more money this time around. Of course, I should probably use towards the debt, but I'm finding out that the spending habits are kind of gearing to where it's not unpredictable, but I would say this time around we're not doing Costco so much. We didn't order Costco this past pay period, so we're gonna have to do it on the next pay period for sure. But that just means, dinner for what now is covered. We've, gone over through some of that. But as far as lunch goes, I'm kind of on my own there. So I did allow myself a bigger budget so I can go ahead and take care of lunch around my job. And, it's downtown Brooklyn, but hopefully that will change soon. We're doing $290, and I actually did it so I can break this up in halves. So we have 100, 200, 2, 4, 6, 80, 280, 285, and 290. Because of where we are in the time frame, I'm just gonna go ahead and cash stuff half of that here in the personal and put the other half in my wallet to deposit in the bank. because I have already made some purchases over the weekend and I definitely need to pay myself back. Okay, it's debt time. We got to pay off some of these debts here. So these are the minimum payments going forward for this pay period. So we have a minimum payment of $113 due on the 18th for Chase, which is right here. So that's going to be 100, a 10, 1, 2, and 3. The balance is very high on this account, so they're asking for a lot more skin. Next we have Fortiva, and that's going to be $63. That's due on the 27th. So we have a 5. We have this last 10 for 60. We have a 1, 2, and 3. We knocked out all the singles. Now Fortiva isn't as bad, so we're slowly and surely going to make sure that this is getting paid off. This also had a high balance at one point, but it's good to see that this is coming down. And then making its debut on this list is the Chase Sapphire card. And I don't have anything separate for it right now. What is due is the annual fee of $95. So that was due on the 25th. So I'm going to go ahead and just pay that off. So we're just going to take a 50 and 2 20s for 90. And the last 5. Just add it to the Chase envelope because everything's linked, so I can just pay in the same account. Next, we're going to go ahead and make some extra payments on the credit cards, and this time around we're going to focus on the Credit Ones. And I have 2 Credit One cards, but the first Credit One I'm going to go apply $140. So we have a 1, the last 20s for $140. These are the cards I really should have focused on at the beginning to pay off, but the Capital ones were much easier because they were at smaller balances, and so I think I did go the snowball route. And then for the second Credit One card, we are applying $150. So we're going to do $150. So you see the money that I am putting towards these debts can be used for future savings challenges when we get to that point. But so far it's like this is what needs to be taken care of ASAP Rocky. And last but not least in this binder is the savings. We have $100 going to the savings, and you can see here we have not touched the savings. Whoop whoop. If you've been following me for a while, you understand that this is actually a big deal. Because I was having a bad habit of just dipping into my savings. So we have 100 going to the savings. Now we have $100, $200, $300 total, which I'm super excited about. I mean, that's a feat unto itself. Okay, so that's all for the blue binder. Now we're here into our fuchsia fun binder. Okay, so we're here in the fun binder. Now I'm looking back and I went and checked, and I already had put $50 down in gifts for Father's Day last time. By the way, I hope everyone had a wonderful Father's Day. It was good on my end. I actually went and did some early voting on Sunday, and I was able to call my dad on the way there and just wish him a happy Father's Day, and we had a really good heart-to-heart. It was wonderful, and they definitely appreciated the $50. So I budgeted $50, but I'm thinking, did I budget this $50 for my brother? Because my brother has a birthday in July. So you'll stay here until we figure that out. We have the medical. If you're new here, I did take out a loan of nearly $20,000 to help pay for my partner's oral surgery. Again, well worth it. This was an investment for their health, for their well-being, for, you know, just be able to move through life that much easier. So I don't regret that at all. So I'm trying to save up to at least $1,000 to make an additional payment. So we have $100 here allocated. So we have $600. So I'm only $400 shy of my goal. So this is super exciting. Last I checked, the bill is down to $14,000 from $20,000. So that's not bad. It's not much, but we're slowly getting there. But yeah, I do want to go ahead and throw an extra grand at it. Technically, my partner is paying the payment because they're, responsible like that. But it's in my name, so I definitely want to go ahead and get it down so we're not paying so much interest. We're just trying to pay that off as soon as possible, and I want to contribute as much as I can, as much as they said that they got it, but I'm like, no. We got it. So that was it. Thank you so much for being here. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video out with someone you think that might like it. Have a happy rest of your June, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.